Hey guys, it is Crystal from the Fearless Travel Guide, and you're watching this because you have either just booked your Disney vacation or you're really close to booking your Disney vacation. So first of all, congratulations. I'm super excited for you. There's so many things leading up to the vacation that kind of just build onto the excitement that you already have. But we have 7 things that will help you be a little bit more prepared, things that will make your vacation a little bit more customizable, and things that could potentially save you hundreds of dollars. So I hope you find this helpful. Congratulations on your vacation. I'm so excited for you. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so tip number 1 is to download the My Disney Experience app. This is a super helpful app that you can have for Android and Apple devices, and it will give you access to your reservation. So you can add dining, which we're going to talk about. You can add extra days to your vacation. Whatever you need to do that's part of that particular trip, you're going to have access to that right there. You can also check on times, like wait times, so you can get an idea of maybe if you need a fast pass or something like that. But anyway, you need to download the My Disney Experience app. Something that I actually didn't make a note of, but you might want to do also, is the Disney Play app. You can use this at the Art of Animation Resort and the Disney parks, but most people think that you can only really benefit from it when you're at Disney World, and that's not the case. There's actually a lot that you can do on the app itself. You can learn where everything is. You can also do some really fun Disney trivia. So maybe you can make it a family game night or whatever, but it's really cool, and you can kind of customize your profile and all that kind of stuff before you get to the parks. So that's like 1A. Okay, so if you have booked more than 180 days in advance, take note, make an appointment on your calendar, set an alarm on your phone, whatever you need to do. Set an alarm for 180 days prior to your Disney vacation. The reason why you want to know 180 days or 6 months in advance, that's when you can start to book your dining reservations. These dining reservations, depending on where you're wanting to go, can book up very fast. So things like Be Our Guest, that's already booked up, and we are over 100 days away from our vacation. So you want to make sure that at that 180 day mark, you go in, I believe at 7 a.m. you can do it, but you want to go in and reserve your dining. You can cancel 24 hours in advance without a fee. So make sure, if you are just, getting your name on the books type of thing, but things change, you have that 24-hour window before your reservation to call it off. So that is tip number 2, is to book your dining. Anyway, the next tip, still along the same lines, you want to set an alarm on your phone or date on your calendar, whatever it happens to be, 60 days in advance. So 60 days in advance of your reservation, you can start making your fast pass reservations. So, things for like maybe Soarin' or a few other rides that might book up and have those really long wait lines, like Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, things like that. You might want to go ahead and get fast passes for those, but you as a Disney resort guest, you can book those 60 days in advance. So go ahead and just, like I said, mark it on your phone, whatever you need to do, and get it done before they book up, because they do book up pretty quickly. I will say, as a side note, you can still find dining reservations the day of when you would want to go. So I would recommend, when you wake up that morning and you missed out on your dining reservation, go ahead and go to the My Disney Experience app and see if one pops up. Some people, things happen. Maybe someone got sick, maybe they had to end their vacation early, maybe they got into a different restaurant or whatever. But make sure you check the day of, and same with fast passes. If you didn't land the one that you wanted, go ahead and check the week of. Keep refreshing it, but don't give up, because you might still find what you're looking for. Okay, so this is one that we literally just did ourselves, and this is check your kid's height. To avoid meltdowns, which we all know, that's not fun for vacation. We can't prevent a lot of things, but if we can try to cut down on the amount of meltdowns, like let's just do that, okay? So you want to check your kids' height before you get to the park, so that way maybe you can have a discussion about rides that maybe aren't available yet. You can say that they're just not the right height. Explain it however you need to. Anyway, make sure you measure your kids wearing the shoes that they will probably wear at the parks, and take their measurements before you go. Another helpful tip for this, if you're wondering what rides can your kids ride at a certain height and all that kind of stuff, I will put it in the description of this video, but you can go to Disney's website and they literally have a list of every single ride and every single height requirement, so you can be prepared and not have to stress about like getting up to the line and then realizing that your kid is like an inch too short. That would be really devastating. We don't want that for vacation. So okay, so the next tip is to know what kind of transportation is offered at the resort that you're staying. So if you're staying at the Contemporary, you know probably that you can just walk right over to the Magic Kingdom. If you're staying at the Polynesian, you can hop on the monorail. If you're staying, let's say, at French Quarter, Port Orleans French Quarter, then you can take the little ferries or boats, Sasagula, is that what it's called? Anyway, you can take that over to Disney Springs, but other than that, you're going to need to take the buses or get, you know, the minivans or something like that. So just make sure you go. This is all available on Disney's website. So go to your resort, see what kind of resorts you're close to. Keep in mind too that while they haven't opened as of today when I'm recording this, which is May 25th, the gondola system, the Skyliner, has not opened yet, but it will affect any guests staying at Pop Century, the Art of Animation, I believe Coronado Springs. I'll have to double check that, but look to see where the Skyliner goes, because that can affect where you're able to go. As far as what parks they go to, they will go to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So keep that in mind also when you are looking at the transportation options for your resort. Our next tip is to check to see if there are any special events happening during your stay. So during the fall, you will probably have food and wine available at Epcot, or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party available at Magic Kingdom. But there's other things like extra magic hours and flower festivals and all sorts of things. There's always something special going on at Disney World any time of the year. I don't think there's any one period of time where nothing is going on. So just make sure you take a look. You can find, again, all of this on Disney's website. I'll try to put that link. If you're following us on YouTube, it'll be a lot easier to break that down in the description. I can give you the timestamp of when to find everything and where to find everything. So be sure to check out our YouTube channel if you're not watching us on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, go find us on Facebook. But anyway, I can tell you where everything is, the special event listings on Disney's website. So make sure you take a look and keep checking. They might refresh things by the time you book closer to when you actually leave for your vacation. Just a side note, if you are going in the fall and you wanted to attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, it's really tricky to find out when those tickets will sell out, because they do tend to sell out the closer you get to Halloween. We are going the same week that Galaxy's Edge opens, so I kind of thought that maybe the park's going to be a little bit busier if people are trying to avoid that section of the park. That's my thinking, that's my theory. So we wanted to go ahead and purchase those tickets in advance. So that is an option. If you want to go ahead and purchase your, Not So Scary Halloween party tickets in advance, you can do that. Now, another thing you might want to check out is to see if Disney has any special offers going on. You can check back and call Disney. Like, let's say you get, they release free dining, and that might end up being a better deal than what you initially booked. Call Disney and they can add that special deal to your booking. So this could end up saving you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for your vacation, depending on how big your party is. But don't miss out on those little special deals. Even if it's like 25%, that's huge for a Disney vacation, as I'm sure you know. But don't forget to check that. Now, if you booked with a travel agent, odds are they're going to be looking at that for you. But if not, if you booked on your own, then just go ahead and check the special offers tab, which I will put here. And you can find out if you're getting a special deal or if there are additional deals that might benefit you and your family. Yeah. All right, the next tip is to customize your Magic Band. I'm not gonna lie, I am so stinking excited to customize my Magic Band. I already did. I got the Disney villains, of course. If you know me, that's no surprise. But I got the Disney villains. My husband got like the male villains. What did Colton get? Colton got Darth Vader, and then Jack wanted blue. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me fill you in. When you go to a Disney resort and you book your Disney vacation, you get Magic Bands. So they kind of look like a smartwatch. They fit in pretty similar ways. We did a video. I will link it up here on YouTube if you haven't seen, but it kind of just tells you what a Magic Band is, what it does, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so you get a Magic Band, and now what you can do is, because you are super smart and you are staying on a Disney resort, you can access premium Magic Bands at a pre-order discount. And the discount's pretty big. So as of right now, May 25th, when we're taping this, the Magic Bands that are being offered typically run $24.99, and now you can get them for $10. That's a big discount for Disney. That's what, over 40%, I think. Huge. Not only that, you can customize the name. So on the inside, I'm not wearing a Magic Band, it's a Fitbit. But anyway, on the inside of the Magic Band is going to be a name, so you can customize the name. And you have up until 11 days before your vacation to do this. So if you haven't already done it and you haven't had them shipped to your house yet, and you're at least 11 days out, you can still do this. Get the discount. I tried to convince my youngest that he probably isn't going to want the blue one. He's probably going to want a special one. So odds are we're going to have to now pay full price for him once we get to the park. But there's no negotiating with a 4-year-old. It doesn't happen. So anyway, that's that tip. Okay, so final tip that I am so grateful I have awesome friends on Facebook, but this is the final tip, and that would be if you have young kids, so probably 5 or 6 and younger, maybe a little bit older, you know, if they have special needs or anything like that, but you can book a stroller rental ahead of time with a third party. The benefit of this is you're going to get a stroller that's not like Little Tikes hard plastic. Not hating on Disney strollers, I'm just saying they don't look super comfortable, okay? There is a higher weight limit for the ones at Disney, but you can get like a Bob stroller, for an entire week. I think ours is running, for a double stroller, don't quote me on this, about $85 for the entire stay. So really affordable. It ends up being, for us, less than what it would cost at Disney. Plus, you can take them in and out of a park. So if you have a park hopper where you're going back and forth to the resort, then it might benefit you to rent one from a third party, because the third party strollers you can take with you anywhere, like anywhere. Whereas if you're renting a stroller inside, let's say Magic Kingdom, when you're ready to leave Magic Kingdom and let's say you're heading over to Animal Kingdom, you have to drop off your stroller at the place where you rented it, and then once you go into Animal Kingdom, you have to then rent another stroller. You don't have to pay for a stroller rental twice in a day, but it's still a giant freaking pain in the butt when you just want to go get in the lines and wait for the rides that you want to do, and now you have to wait in a line to rent a stroller. So my suggestion, I can leave some links if you are interested. I have not personally used these companies, but I have 2 suggestions from multiple